Hello Twin Flames, welcome to my channel, whether you're new or you're coming back. Today I'm resetting the format and the setup that I'm doing. We are going to do the ancestor reading today, so there will be a message from Angels and Ancestors deck, and then of course we'll move on to tarot and to continue the topic of full moon in Virgo, which is still, that energy is still very much in the air, is still very much alive and vivid. We'll continue with the Dreamkeeper's Tarot and of course with the clarifiers from holographic deck today. All right, hope you guys are having an awesome weekend. Hope you're enjoying my new backdrop, and this is the new equipment that I got. I also changed to a proper table, so you should be able to see more of the cards and what's happening during the reading, which I'm really happy about. And of course, let me know in the comments and through likes how much you enjoy this more, what you find works better, etc, etc. I'm still experimenting, so we'll see. Okay, so for Divine Feminines watching, the card is Winner. That's very interesting because we just got out a Winner. Take care of your needs, or we're actually walking out a Winner to be more exact. Let's see. Haven't gotten this card yet. Do everything you need to be at your best, then move beyond your fears and limitations. For many of the animals' realm, winter is a time of hibernation and retreat. You may wish to curl up in a ball too, but although you may not feel as bright as you'd like to be, a primal force within is encouraging you to continue. The winter card features a wolf, one of a few animals that stay active all year round. Wolves know what it's like to work alone or thrive within a pack. So if you feel you need to go it alone this time, know that wolf medicine will help you move beyond your insecurities and relax in your own pace. Very interesting. All right, let's see what we have for the masculines watching. Spirit, you saw me shuffle. Like, you can't make it up. Masculines are looking at spring. See your seeds grow. I think we had spring maybe a couple of weeks back, but anyway. I'm gonna take a look at it anyway. Embrace the change that is on the horizon. Allow your dreams to become reality. Spring is an exciting time because it has so much potential. Animals are coming out of hibernation. Flowers are pushing up through the soil, and the days are getting lighter and brighter. The spring card features a wild hare because in Celtic animal medicine, the hare brings intuition and rebirth. Hares are highly fertile beings, and so their medicine can bring dreams to life. Wow. Very interesting. And it's interesting that in both of these cards are medicines, but they're different medicines. And like that's how they word it. We were just talking about Virgo and its natural energy of healing, physical healing, I mean. It's represented by Hermit and Tarot, as you know. And these are both medicines, but they have a different vibe to it, right? It's kind of like this one, the winner is more like keep going, you got this. It may seem unfriendly, you may be tired, take a breather, take care of yourself, recuperate, and go on, right? Like you need to keep going. This one is more of like nurturing the seeds that you've planted, right? Continue with your journey, right? Show the universe you mean business with your intentions, right? And you know, the medicine is essentially to revive things and to create something new. So continue working in that creative energy and you will see your seeds grow. Okay, sorry about the camera, I'm still getting used to it. I'll try not to touch the table because yeah, it seems like my camera doesn't like it very much. Okay, let's continue with the Dreamkeeper's Tarot. It's going to be our usual spread. but with the intentions in mind that we're getting messages from the ancestors on the energies that are in flight right now. All right. Bottom of the deck here, Six of Cups. Look at that, beautiful. I'm seeing Dreamland immediately. I mean, it is Dream Keepers, of course. But to me, it's like twins dreaming of each other, or maybe remembering some vivid experiences from their childhood of, no, something sweet. And it could be like something between remembering and wishing for something, you know, like almost like rewriting your story with some new memories from the past. Where it's, again, it's so interesting, it's hard to explain in words, and I don't want to get too long with the reading, but you know, we talk a lot about time being relative, so to me this is very much connected to that concept that we still can see something new from the past, or we can kind of rewrite our story in the past. I'm always a little skeptical when people are saying that like you can rewrite the past, because essentially, yes, we can. It's not really that straightforward, but it's possible. Anyways, Five of Cups here was the clarifier. So to me, this is like the dreams, they are caused by certain regrets. And I was just talking about rewriting, right? So this is like a confirmation of what I was saying, that yeah, some of the memories are not as pleasant as we would like them to be. And we can reprogram, rewrite, reparent ourselves. And almost like one of the ways to do it is through imaging and creating these memories for ourselves of the version that we would love to have. You know, what would be a happy childhood for us? What would that memory be, but in a happy version of it? Anyways, story for another day, so let's continue. For feminines, we have Ace of Swords clarified by Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, very much a card of like seeing how the universe operates, how the divine timing operates. And like with every example, with every cycle you go through, you may think that you got it, now you get it. But there's always room for more surprises and miracles or challenges showing up in so weird ways to help you on your journey and to make sure the divine timing stays on point, stays true to itself, right? That things do not happen too fast, they do not happen too slowly. And this year there are a lot of changes that are happening, both astrologically and on the quantum physics level, that will be accelerating these things. And if you're on a twin flame journey and you're thinking that, yeah, it's about time because things have been going so slowly, what is it about this journey that things have to take such a long time? It's gonna speed up this year, yeah. Okay, so for masculines, we have Eight of Cups clarified by the Moon. Yeah, very much on point, both of these cards, because full moon is on fire still and will be for another 24 to 48 hours. So yeah, it's pushing, again, this is a major arcana. It's pushing DMs to look at what their story has been. And I like that there is like a vision of almost like a ghost here, but to me this is like a 5D and 3D talking to each other. So that sometimes it may seem like we are okay with what's happening in our life, with how things are, but when we really truly go within and connect to that higher self, we start to see the gaps, the misses, the deserts, you know, and where, yeah, maybe we can put in the work and nurture those lands. Look at them, they're not looking very well taken care of, but is it worth it? Do I want to put all my energy into it? Like, why am I doing it in the first place? Those kind of questions come up right now. Which makes sense with regards to the Spring card, because you only want to nurture and to continue to invest into things that you feel are bringing value in the best possible sense. Additional question, we have the Star clarified by the Chariot, two major arcanas here. Yeah, so this is choosing direction for connected with purpose and calling, right? That this is direction that's chosen not from a material perspective, but from a spiritual vibe, right? And the calling of, your mission and purpose. Yes, essentially, can't really call it any better than that. For feminines, it's done through Queen of Cups and Seven of Cups energy. Very interesting Queen of Cups card in this deck. It does actually have a face on the moon, which is interesting. But I still feel like the main concept here is that she doesn't really have a head in the usual sense, right? So it's like going with your feelings and emotions, right? Making a choice because there's so much going on right now that some choices are necessary. Making it not in your head space, but in your heart space. Queen of Cups knows how to listen to their heart, how to connect with feelings and emotions, how to make that a priority, right? And that's how the choices are being made right now. What feels good, what feels right, what feels loving and kind and nurturing. For masculines, we have Five of Wands clarified by Four of Pentacles. So it's a lot harsher energy, of course. So masculines are definitely kind of one step behind in terms of getting to the point where they are on track. It's almost like if you think about, because chariot makes me think about the road and the actual carriage with horses, or maybe even a car in a more modern version of it. But essentially, it's supposed to be a road still, right? Like whichever version you pick, you want to be traveling on a road. And this is like masculines traveling off the road, almost on purpose, but essentially like they're not really seeing where it is, right? Like trying to make their way through, I don't know, through forests, through swamps, something like that's hardly bearable for the journey, right? But that's the only way that they can navigate right now because something's wrong with their navigation system, right? And there's a lot going on in their life that's distracting them from that spiritual calling, from connecting to their soul. And there is a lot of holding back and guardedness because of what's happening in the outside world. It's like this natural instinct of protecting self. But because it goes so far, it's very hard to have that connection with inner self on that level, at least, right? Like they're covering the basics, sort of. It's almost like going with the path of least resistance, or at least something that's not gonna like make things chaotic in my life right away. Like, I can make changes, and we saw that with this card here. I can revisit my attitude, my belief system, maybe even some relationships, right? Like maybe some people are hanging around me, but they don't really bring anything to my life. Why am I helping them all the time? Like why am I spending so much time with them? Like I'm not really enjoying it, so why? Right? Like that is the level that they're still comfortable with. But making big changes, like of the direction of their life, no, there's just too much going on in the karmic space to be able to go for that. It's like, no, not the time for sure. Wow, message from feminine to masculine. Ten of Pentacles clarified by death. Oof. Feminine knows that there is like this abundant life is on the horizon and is in the future of the twins. And she cannot wait for them to share this life together, to build it together, to ideate, to like, how do I put this? To come up with ideas. What do we want to do next? Like, how do we want to decorate a place? How do we want to help people? Because we have this 10 ideas, so what do we want to start with? Or how we're gonna complement each other and how we're gonna make this thing work, right? All of this is like that, there's that vision. And yeah, it's like a little bit like, hey, no, we should do this first, like look. And then the other person kind of like, there's a conversation that I can see like, no, you didn't get it. Like, we should do this first and then no, 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 right? Like, it's a little bit of bickering, but it's like this happy bickering that we are where we are and we're so excited and grateful. I just can't wait for the next chapter. But there is still certain transformation that needs to happen, maybe even more than once. This tough cycle of when you are rising from the ashes. But it's interesting because people like to pay attention to that rising part. But in order to do that part, of course, something needs to die, and you need to leave a lot of things behind that maybe were your comfort zone, but are not suitable for your future, right? So they understand that there is some work to do, and the universe is pushing both twins to do the necessary karmic work. Masculines messaging the feminines. High Priestess clarified by High Priestess. Well, I don't know if I need to comment, but yeah, they see their feminine as the High Priestess. And to them, there's no doubt in their talents, in their beauty, in that this is like the perfect complement of a feminine energy to their masculine energy. And take gender how it resonates. Doesn't have to be a woman, but we're talking about energies, right? So it's very interesting because it's a very spiritual card. So I don't really feel that there is anything physical and tangible on their mind right now. But at this point, they're really paying attention of the light to the light of the feminine, and how that light is full of hope and guidance to them personally and to other people as well. It's like, when you first get into that kind of space and you can come up with an example with something more tangible, like, I don't know, maybe you're around a celebrity, right? And like your first reaction could be, and you see them getting a lot of attention and being in their celebrity vibe, like, I can only do this much time, we have to follow this process, etc., etc. And you're like, oh, la-di-da, look at that diva. Like, yeah, you've got it all, right? Like, they get special treatment and it may feel like it's unfair. Like, what's really the big deal, right? So they had a lucky break, right? They were at the right place at the right time. But then with time, maybe when you open up a little bit more and to listen to what they have to say, you maybe like get in touch with their content, whatever it is, music, writing, something else, performance, art, you start to understand what it's all about, right? You start to understand more of like this energy and aura and charisma and like how powerful it is on its own. And people feel it on this like visceral level. And that draws them in, right? Like, there is real magic there. Real magic. You know what I mean, right? Like, it's not all fake, it's not all bogus. So this is, and I'm not saying that all celebrities are like that, but I'm just giving you an example that could happen, right? There are lots of great people out there too that get this kind of voice, that become influencers, and we need those, right? And now it's like masculine having that kind of epiphany about the feminine. So first, they were so drawn in and they could see other people being excited and grateful and happy around the feminines, and they were like, oh, yeah, I mean, this is overrated, or something along those lines, right? No big deal, like, come on, right? But with time, they're overcoming this resistance and suspicion even, right? Because in part, it's suspicious because it's like, nobody can be that great, or like, this is just too good to be true, because especially to them, it's their perfect complement, right? So to them, it is like everything they've ever wanted. And it's like, no, 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 something must be wrong there. And so now is the point when they're getting around that and they realize it's a real story, it's true, it's just well deserved, it's very, very special. That's what the energy is telling me. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for being with me today, guys. If you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like the video, to subscribe to my channel, and to share it with others. And until next time, bye.